All right, guys, we got a really good show for you. We have Alex Karaban. He's ranked number 48 in the 2022 class on ESPN for basketball. He goes to New Hampton School. He holds offers from most notably like Indiana, Purdue, to name a couple. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So I was wondering, like, when did you really start to love basketball? And were there like any sports before it?
So I started loving it, I would say seventh or eighth grade when I played middle school. It's just, I don't know, I was just doing really well and just started killing and all that stuff. So that's when I realized, okay, I could actually do something with this. So I started working hard with it.
Mhm.
But before, with other sports, I played football in fifth grade. Didn't really like it. I was a tight end. Then I was also a swimmer, which is kind of weird, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you think doing like football and swimming that really helped like with your basketball game? Or no?
Yeah, definitely. Football definitely got me physical, more physical for basketball. And then swimming, it was just really good for the body. Doing it for like 3 or 4 years helped my shoulders widen out, arms, and just stamina. So it was really good for me.
Yeah, for sure. I was interested in you've been playing basketball for a different coach for the past like 3 years because you've transferred a lot. What kind of was going through your mind during that, and why did you decide to transfer?
Yeah, so going to SVM to Algonquin and New Hampton, it was they were all hard decisions for me because they were all different environments and just different styles that I wasn't like normally around. So it was hard, but they were all the best decision for me. And just playing under each coach brought me like different skills and they taught me different stuff for basketball, which I still use today.
Yeah, for sure. Talking about New Hampton, it's pretty well known prep school. They have the likes of, like Noah Vonleh's played there, Aubrey Dawkins. I've watched a bunch of their games, and they have a bunch of D1 players.
Yeah, New Hampton, I feel like we're the most underrated school in prep basketball in New England, maybe even the country. We compete against the Brewsters, the Northfields, Putnam, every school every year. And to win mostly those major battles, beating Brewster last year in the championship, beating Northfield twice, just beating them and starting to gain recognition, which it finally should, is just great.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I watched those games. I was surprised that you guys just don't get as much credit as you. I had to ask about that because you guys are a legit prep. I mean, it's a team.
We are.
Yeah. You have a good off the court relationship with Jameel Telfort. Sorry about that. He's now at Northeastern University. What do you help you the most with, and what do you kind of learn off each other?
Um, he was just such a great guy to play against at practice, my bad, every day. He was just bigger than me, stronger than me, and just got me more ready and just he taught me everything really, just catching up with the speed of prep school and even college, increasing my work ethic because I saw him in the gym all the time and I was like, damn, I want to be as good as him. So I definitely followed his footsteps. And then off the court, he always helped me remain focused with school and just being a good person to everyone. So he was definitely one of my favorite teammates I've ever played with.
Yeah, I was watching some of the highlights. I'm surprised the man didn't get bigger offers. He was really underrated. Man can ball.
He
Uh,
was a steal for Northeastern.
yeah, he was a steal. I'm wondering, what's the prep circuit like with COVID and everything? What's going on with that?
It's really weird. As of now, we play back-to-back games Fridays and Saturdays against a different school each week.
Mhm.
It's weird, but at least we're playing games. But otherwise, I feel like it's helping us for college, just practicing pretty much 5 times a week and just going hard.
Yeah,
But it just teaches us not to take stuff for granted.
yeah, for sure. So how's recruiting? I can't really imagine how it go like right now. What's it like for you?
It's really weird just being on Zoom with all these coaches. It's not ideal, but it's the best way and just hoping for this all to end.
Yeah, for sure. For me, before I made my commitment, my goal was before my senior year. Do you have a time when you want to commit by?
Yeah, I would definitely say senior year, but preferably before like our senior year. So
Yeah, for sure. I'm interested in this. It's cool to hear people's different answers. Who's been like your biggest role model? And is there any like current or former NBA players or college you looked up to?
Um, I look up to Jason Tatum a lot just because I'm a diehard Celtics fan and just seeing him play very well and just
Yeah.
become a superstar. But I've looked up to him, and then college players. I look up to Tyler Lydon a lot just because people compare us to a lot. He went to Syracuse in NBA, but he also went to New Hampton. So just being able to connect with him is just something special.
Yeah, for sure. So I was gonna ask you about it anyways, but I'll do it now. So your favorite ever team's the Celtics.
Yeah.
Do you think they got a chance to win it all this year, or what? Or are you feeling like someone else could take you guys this year?
Um, it's always scary looking at the Bucks who kill us all, and now the Nets with those Kyrie, KD, and Harden. I want us to win, but I have doubts in us. We're too young still.
Yeah, you guys are for sure growing with you got a bunch of players, you got Brown, some of those guys are gonna be really good in a couple years. What's the best piece of advice you think you've ever been given, whether it's like basketball or just like real life?
Best piece of advice? Oh, I would always just say, this is for basketball. It's just there's always someone working. It's always you've always hear that stuff, and it's always a classic one. But once you really think about it, you're like someone else is chasing those scholarships or your dreams of playing the NBA. So it's
Yeah,
probably
for sure. I wanted to close out with a few questions. So obviously you're gonna be playing college basketball. Do you watch much of it? And who's like your favorite teams to watch and who do you think's good this year?
um I watch a bunch. I probably watch it every night. My favorite teams to watch, I like watching Gonzaga, just their offense is killer. And then Baylor, on the other hand, whose defense is just insane. I like watching Florida State for some reason. They just catch my eye a lot. And then I would probably say, I'd say UConn too. I like watching a lot.
Yeah, I like watching UConn a lot. Personally, I've been like watching the Buckeyes a little bit. We've been winning a few games.
They have top four. They're number
Yeah,
four.
I didn't think we'd do it at the start of the year, but we're managing to go along. What are your like favorite things to do off the court?
Off the core, spend time with friends, video games. I've gone into hiking a lot because of quarantine, so just exploring was probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, for sure. This is always the hardest question. I always end it. How do you want people to remember Alex Karaban when your basketball career is over?
Oof. I feel like if I'm remembered for something off the court, just impacting my community and hometown is probably the best thing that could ever happen to me. And just giving back to those people who were in my town would just be the best thing possible.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Alex, thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate that.
Thank you for having me. It was great.